Iris and the Giant is not a cheerful game, but it is kind of fun and definitely ticks the box of interesting. So it's one that has drawn me back into it, and with each playthrough I've learned something new. I don't know about you, but games that have these features are something that I'm always looking for. And even though I'm not a huge fan of card-based genres and combat, this one works so well. We are reviewing Iris and the Giant on Steam. I wouldn't be an aspiring channel if I didn't ask you to subscribe and leave a comment below about your thoughts of the game. So I just did. Don't look at me like that. Iris and the Giant has this somber feel to it, brought to you with a distinctive art style that has an intended lack of emotion and vibrant colours, and the storyline that speaks of a young lady's fall into depression and her own despair. In this way, Iris and the Giant works as an exploration of one's own consciousness, attempting to find meaning and solace through memories and companions along the way. To put it simply, we're fighting demons here, and they're both literal and figurative symbols of our emotional turmoil. Some of them are pretty darn frustrating to fight against as well. The gameplay of Iris and the Giant is pretty simple and intuitive. You need to clear the waves of enemies and find the staircase, which acts both as an escape and link to the next level. You have cards that you use to attack and defend and heal your way through levels, and find different goodies along the way which will help you out. You can lose in two different ways. You either run out of cards or you run out of will, which acts as the health points of this system. As you're fighting and defeating enemies, you collect stars and crystals, which will give you access to some traits and abilities that act as the real customization element of the game. You might choose to make enemies stronger, whilst gaining a larger reward, or, as in one of my favourites, increase the duration of the block card, which helps you survive the waves for longer. The synergy options with these cards is really interesting and allows for unique runs which feel a little different each time, and the deck and trait strategy crafting will definitely be something that drives the community for this game. In my early runs, I would always choose to take the stronger, more impactful cards out of the treasure chests, and these usually would only have a few cards, as opposed to the more common swords and bows which come in much larger sets. Quite predictably, with this strategy, I was losing to a lack of cards, and that is when Iris and the Giant opened up as a game for me. I don't really enjoy deck building and crafting, as I know a lot of other people do, but I really enjoy the idea of crafting on the go, and not having my deck reset after each match. It's more like real-time strategy, and you can't rely on getting the exact cards you want all that often. The enemies within Iris and the Giant are pretty interesting and varied enough to keep the waves meaningful. You have your classic mix of range and melee demons, and others which have unique traits, which usually are linked to the weapon they are wielding. Some will try to steal cards, some won't die unless you kill them a certain way, and one even deposits a card in your deck which is completely useless to you and drains away your will points when you inevitably have to use it. I was a bit skeptical about playing this game and was worried about the simplicity of stages and whether it would get too predictable very quickly. I think the developers have found a really good place, and I am very keen to keep pushing myself to get further into the levels. I like the ability to collect memories and earn some little companion friends by achieving certain tasks, and it all adds together to make it a well-rounded and fun game definitely worth checking out. I give this one 8 Cerberus dogs out of 10. Check it out.